Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons and our Madden 22 Atlanta Falcons franchise. And have I got an update for you, ladies and gentlemen? I just got to fill you in as far as what has been happening here in this season. I got fired. Yeah, I don't mean that. So the headline of the title of this episode, it's legit. Okay, I know a lot of guys. I've seen videos. I got fired in Madden 22. And then they got the scenario where, hey, the GM's like, dude, if you lose one more, you're done. Okay? But most of them don't have, they have their fire coaches off or for CPU only or what have you. Not me. I've got it turned on and well. And when you see our defense making the plays that we're making on tight ends, as much as I hate to say it, it's hard to argue with that. You know, the Rams just demolished us at home. That game was a big primetime game, and we got embarrassed, right? And so this kind of started off a long downward spiral for us as a team. This loss, very handily, 21 points. Wasn't even close. Now we go into some games like we had the following week against the Buccaneers, and you see, we are in potential to actually have leads here. We're fighting all the way through these games, but we just can't put together a full 60 minutes of quality football. The best thing I can compare it to is, I don't know how many of y'all watch, but if you're a college football fan, watch the summary of the Longhorn season, and it matches up about the play we just saw with Jarrett in the scramble. Got a lot of talent. Guys who can make things happen. Because you see the potential when you get big leads, or even when you take the lead on the Buccaneers like we did at 23-17. But then you see what happens, and we blow it. We blow the lead. Defensive-wise, we knew that was going to be a little bit of a struggle, but hey, we were able to overcome that for the most part and keep these games close. But then something like what you just saw happens. Something stupid happens. A turnover happens, generally. Just a last-moment brain fart occurs. We're in the running. We're not getting completely blown out every game. We're not losing by 21 every week. For most weeks, we're in this thing. Right? We are, boom, we're right there down to the very end. And even this one against Tampa Bay, they came back and took the lead. We had an opportunity, poor throw, poor play call, go for two, didn't fail to get it, end up losing the game, 31-29. So that would be a couple losses in a row, right? You think, okay, not too bad. We can bounce back. The problem is we weren't really down, in the sense that where we were just getting kicked. We were fighting in this game all the way till the end. We just couldn't pull it off. And you'll see that kind of becomes a motif for us throughout the season. We fight and we try to get there, but we just can't put together 60 minutes of solid football. Something always happens. Russell Gage rarely ever fumbles for us. That time, been hit plenty of times like that. Plenty of hit sticks he's taken, but didn't fumble, but he did right there. And that turned the ball over, allowed Pittsburgh to get the lead on us. And then defensively, just unable to tackle. Najee Harris, he's a superstar. He's not, at least at this stage in the season, he's not the X factor. I think he probably legit is. But they have him a superstar rating, and so he runs all over us. And then, like I told you, stupid mistakes kill us. Look at us right here. We have the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the fourth quarter. We have the lead. We're down on the goal line again, second time in a row. And then this is a bad throw. These are not great plays. This is not something where it got knocked up or anything. It was a bad throw. And even then, our defense prevents them from scoring. So we come right back out to it, and we keep trying to push it, and look at what happens. Just a big hit, and we turn it over. There have been so many times and this is Pittsburgh lines up here at the goal line. On a 4th and goal, nonetheless, from the 2. Run it basically untouched up the middle. and they take the lead and they end up winning. We did a good, healthy bit of grasping defeat from the jaws of victory. That was a stupid throw on my part. Really should never have attempted to make that throw. I didn't see Fitzpatrick there. I should have seen him. Horrible on that's on me. But granted, we were already trailing by 3 when that occurred. Just could not finish it. And that's one problem. We haven't been able to finish anybody off. We get the lead, and we maintain it till the final minutes, it seems like. And then the implosion happens. So this has been 3 weeks in a row that we lost. Had the lead. So here comes week number 4, Green Bay Packers. We're at Lambeau, but we have a 10-0 lead. And then plays like that happen. Right? Granted, I know it had to do with just the switching of the players. I get all that. I really do. But I hate it when something just like that trivial happens because it has potential to change the game completely. And no matter how hard we fight, no matter how many big plays we made, like that pass to Kyle Pitts right there. Beautiful pass. Jarrett to Pitts, having that duo of youngsters available to play together for a long time, they would be a dangerous duo here in about another season or so. And then the straight up whiffs on defense. So no matter how many big plays we get on offense, if we continue to whiff while tackling like that, we're never going to stop anybody. That happens. Things get out of control for us. And then balls are tipped up. We go for a pass. Should have made the catch, but we don't make it. It gets tipped up, intercepted, and we lose. So that makes 4 games in a row losing. And I tell you, playing, it's hard to watch, right? It really is. But playing it was so damn brutal, playing these things out. And it seemed like no matter what I did, it wasn't going to stop it, right? And now the questions about our ability to continue coaching have arisen. So much we're asked about in the press. I don't go cocky. I'm confident with it, right? So definitely need to have a step up and make some things happen. The GM is a little bit pissed off at us, basically saying, you need to win, you lose again, you're done. It's that simple. And sometimes that's what you need. I go take people back to Tom Coughlin when the Giants won the Super Bowl. The chips are all in, that type of speech he gave. Sometimes that's what it takes. And I think, the win one for the Gipper attitude may have given us a little bit extra fight. Because in the very next game against the Cardinals, we displayed some good fight in us, right? They kept coming at us, as you would expect with that type of offense. Hopkins as their receiver, their good running game, Kyler Murray at quarterback. So they kept coming at us, but we kept answering. We kept fighting. We stepped up to the plate on this in this game. And so every time they took the lead and positioned themselves to build on that lead, we did everything in our power to step up and make a play. And that's really all you can ask from your guys. As you see, we force turnovers. That prevents them from scoring. That gives us the chance. And that's really all we need, is that chance. The previous games before our GM threatened to fire us, we were giving them a chance to score. We weren't giving ourselves a chance to win. I don't know. It makes sense in my mind when I think about it and when I say it, but not when I hear myself say it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But we give ourselves a chance, and plays like that. Once again, Jarrett was definitely coming along in this season. Yeah, he was really rough at the start of the year on those drag patterns, on crossing patterns in general, especially once they got past the hash marks. He was a little shaky on those. He's definitely stepped up and improved. And you notice the last of a couple touchdowns that we've thrown to Pitts over the last couple of games have come on those out patterns, which are extremely difficult patterns to throw, And then Mike Davis doing big things, stepping up in the run game for us. That's something we haven't been missing it. It's weird to say, but we've had a decent run game, just haven't gotten the points out of it. Right? They've gotten the yardage. The yardage is there. The touchdowns and the points are not, which becomes a problem, especially when you're talking about like a goal to go and from 1 or 2, you need to have that run game to kind of push it in. We weren't doing that for the previous 4 games, but we started kind of pushing that up. And that's why we have these opportunities. And as you can even see here, 1st and 10, about 30 seconds remaining. An opportunity was all we needed, and we hit it. Jarrett to T.Y. Hilton. Once again, Jarrett, I've told you, I just said it. The development that young kid has gone through in this first season should be enough to keep us around. We knew it was going to be a rough year, getting rid of Ridley, getting rid of Ryan. Bringing in all that draft capital that we had, working trades, getting guys in free agency, just bringing dudes up in the draft and getting those guys trained up. That's something that has been at the forefront, and so we've been working on it steadily. And it started to finally show. That win over the Cardinals, hard-fought win, never-say-die attitude, hit them with the big play at the end, take that lead, hold them off. And that's a good way to bounce back. Like I said, win one for the Gipper can work in some situations. It worked for us against Arizona, and it's going to work for us here against the Saints, a division rival nonetheless. A team that we beat last season, but we've struggled with at times. Quarterback containment has been an issue for us before. And it's just one of the things that can be a problem, especially if you have to run a man defense. That becomes an issue. So, once again, that is what it is. This team that we have right now, it is a team that is better than the Saints overall. So while we are leading, we're not leading by as much as we should. While we are winning, we should definitely have more than that. And our Caleb Jarrett, like I said, I'm saying nothing but praises for that kid. And he is good. Don't get me wrong. He's good, and he's going to make some freaking waves in the NFL. But we still try to make those throws we probably shouldn't with him. A lot of that more technical over-the-shoulder, actually lofted in there instead of drop it in short. A lot of those throws we just aren't able to make with him. It causes turnovers. And turnovers lead to what? Tip-ins like you just saw. When you see a play like that happen, you can't do much but really laugh. I mean, yeah, you can get mad, but it's Madden. So all you can have to do is really laugh at something. Just the sheer physics of a ball bouncing off the guy's back while still bouncing forward to the point where he catches it and gets a touchdown. But I mentioned that resiliency. There it is. We kept fighting back this season. And I think that's what this season was all about. Just the fight back, right? We lose week 1, win week 2. Lose week 3. And 4, win week 5. Lose week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then like 11. And, let's not get into the details how many losses there were. But just know we lost. All pretty close games for the most part. And now we have to do what we can to win those games. And drives and scores like what you just saw with Mike Davis. Our running game, getting our running game going was big. Davis and Hawkins in the backfield played a pivotal role in our offense, so we have to get them going. And that's what helped lead us to those last 2 wins over the Cardinals and the Saints as the season progressed. So we've had 2 games since our GM spoke with us. We've won both of those games. We're basically going to have to win out. We don't really have much of a choice beyond that. So it's going to be a tough sledding. Now coming here into the Dallas game, that we played them the last couple of years. Each one has been a close matchup. So why wouldn't this one be the same? It comes down to us being able to actually make big plays against this defense, and that is a big pass play right there to Hilton. We have to get our guys in space, use the tools that we have available to us. T.Y. Hilton is one of them. Get Caleb Jarrett, get him in the play action so he has a little bit of that extra time. Get the Mike Davis, get Hawkins the ball. Give them the opportunity to take some of the load off our quarterback. Just like that right there, Hawkins able to run it into the end zone. That's what we need to do as a team. All right, that's how we continue to fight back. However, sometimes you face an opponent that is and you hate to admit it, but is just better than you, right? So no matter how hard you punch, they're just that much better. They're just that little tidbit much stronger. And that's kind of what we face here with the Dallas Cowboys. End of the second quarter, we held them without a touchdown. But once they kind of got Zeke rolling, it's something that became more of a heavyweight bout, if you will, a punch for punch, a slugfest. Finding guys wide open like that, you would normally never see, whether it be Zeke for the CPU or Rainey for us. You normally don't see people that wide open, but hey, when you're going through a big punching battle, that's what's going to happen every now and then. So you take advantage when you can. So that's what we did. Now, again, when you're in a fight and you punch someone under it, you're going to get punched back. And that's what Dallas did to us, right? We did our best, but when they have guys like Zeke running up the gut for 45 yards, 40 yards, what are you going to do? How are you going to counter that punch? It's incredibly difficult, and one mistake, like a simple turnover at the end of a half, can be such a costly thing for you. As we were trailing only by 3 at the time of that turnover, and look at that, the half closes, now we're trailing by double digits. That's what good teams can do to you, right? And if you look, our defense held pretty strong. Once Dallas got momentum, it was hard to stop them. They did kind of get up to 27, but we were able to put on another score and keep that within one. Keep it within a score. That's the biggest thing. Keep it within a score, so that way we always have the capability to strike at the very end of the game if we're given that opportunity, so we can take advantage of it. Plays like that allowed us to do it. Caleb Jarrett allowed us to be in these games. And so, as I told you, I got fired, so it sucks whenever you can't bring in a quarterback like that and continue to develop in the way that we'd really like to. And there's just another example of our team. And our defense was not nearly as bad as some of these scores made it out to be. And like I said, we were in them all the way to the end for the most part. That game, Dallas got away from us. Y'all saw that with the Rams game as well. It just seemed like nothing we could do would actually work at stopping them. So they did pull out that win, and that was it. That's the straw that broke the camel's back, right? GM said, you better do better, because I like you and I want you here, but I only want you here if you're going to win. And we didn't pull off the win. Guys they're not really hanging their head at least. They're pissed. They got a little fire about it, a little piss and vinegar. You like to see that, but it just wasn't meant to be. And we get fired. So we'll have to see where this takes us. We might be looking at getting a coordinator job, so only running one side, whether it be offense or defense in the next season. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens there in the next episode. With that in mind, definitely hit the subscribe button if y'all have not hit it already. And if you did like today's video and like seeing me get fired, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us out here at Champ and Sons, and we greatly appreciate everything that y'all do for us. So thank y'all for watching. Can't wait to see y'all in the next one. And so as always, everybody, stay safe. And well, y'all know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.